Hello, and welcome to the Weekly Scroll Podcast. My name is Ryan.
And I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
And I'm Jarrett, the guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because we have the father of cats and cat dad.
I'm a cat dad. I love my cat dad shirt. I get so many compliments on it everywhere I go. Like, that's the people down here. They're just like, that's hilarious. That's so hilarious. They think it's political. And it's like, no, like, I'm just a cat dad.
They think it's political. No, I just really like cats. Hey, do you guys want to see my new kitten?
Yes.
I don't. Okay.
Brian's trying to figure out how cat dad would be political.
I'm literally like, why? How is cat dad political?
Because during the election, they someone called someone a crazy cat lady. I don't remember. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's so much that comes out in that realm every day that
it's so dumb
that I get sidetracked. But anyway, I like my cat dad shirt.
It's nice. It's cool. I did buy a Sesame Street Big Bird shirt. I don't know if you remember when that was the weekly.
It's a new kitty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a cat. For those in podcast land, guess what? It's a small cat.
It's a kitty. Shell,
what's her name?
𝗏𝗲𝗂𝗶𝗂.
𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗶𝗂?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. It's Japanese, so
gotcha.
It means what?
I think it means wheat.
Okay. Also, this is like a new cat, because isn't your newest cat literally just called like small cat or something?
Tiny cat. I've had tiny cat for like 5 years.
Well, okay. That's cool. There's this fucking cat, by the way. For those that don't get the joke, this is called Not Cat Chats because, like, I just don't like cats. I've never been a cat person, and I'm allergic. And for the exact like reasons that is currently happening on the episode, Hunter, whose username and a lot of stuff is the father of cats, and Jert wearing a cat dad shirt is the reason it's called Not Cat Chats. Because when we were trying to come up with a name for what this segment would be called, Cat Chats came up, and I was like, we're not calling it Cat Chats. And it ended up being called Not Cat Chats because we don't talk cats. And yet, somehow, we have the father of cat holding a cat and cat dad.
We're talking cats.
We're talking cats, yeah.
I'm going to put her up here in a second, but look at it. Parrot cat.
You do have a parrot cat. And then for those that also don't know, the Space Penguin logo, which is above my head, is based on your cat.
Good job.
Yes, itty bitty the Space Penguin kitty.
Itty bitty the Space Penguin kitty. I am wearing my 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 shirt. For those that aren't aware, my heart is broken and my soul is shattered. The most recent BoRyan show, Sumo BoRyan show, ended last evening, and 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, the very young, early 20-something Ukrainian sensation in sumo, only had to beat 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 to push him into a playoff, possibly winning his first U show, and failed. He lost on that, which did not allow the playoff. Magashira 15 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 came away with the rivaled victory. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 came in second place, but it does push him into the Senyaku, probably 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 next time, which is insane. The guy has never had a losing record. He's never had less than double-digit wins in the top division. He's one of the youngest guys to hit the Senyaku in like 50 years or something like that. So I'm very excited, but also very crushed. He could have won the U show, and that is why I'm wearing my 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 shirt today.
It's pretty cool.
So Slava Ukraine. Maybe next one.
That all went over my head.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you both would love the shit out of sumo. It's so much fun. It's so cool. Just everything about it is especially you, Jarrett. I feel like you would love the shit out of sumo. It's so interesting. Yeah. It's got so much nuance and history. I mean, sumo in one way, shape, or form has been around for like over 800 years. And it's just I don't know. It's really cool. It's really interesting. It's neat. It's got a really cool relegation system, kind of in the same vein as football.
Oh, really? Where you get kicked down and you have to play on a lower circuit?
Yeah, there's 6 divisions. The top 2 are the salary divisions. All you have to do is get a 𝗏𝗏 because there's 15 in the top 2 divisions. You wrestle 15 times, once a day for 15 days. If you get a winning record, 8 and 7, you move up. If you have a losing record, which is anything less than 8 and 7, you move down. And if that moving down drops you to the next division, you drop to the next division, and someone else moves up. It's really cool, really interesting. There's just a lot of depth and fun to it. It's the national sport of Japan, so all of the people that all the top sumo wrestlers are like the celebrities of Japan. So they do a bunch of like goofy commercials and like weird dance shows and stuff. Like it's just got the perfect amount of like respect and sportsmanship and insane skill and then goofball bullshit that like, I don't know, it's perfect.
Nice.
So, and I bet you they're all cat guys.
Probably.
Where do I find Sumo at? Is it on like a subscription service that I have to pay for?
You can, but I will always watch it on the Twitch channel Midnight Sumo. It's this Canadian dude who's been watching sumo for a long time. So he streams the free streaming service 𝗬𝗲𝗂𝗶𝘳, which does sumo, but he's like extremely knowledgeable. So he does English commentary over the sumo. So you get a ton of the whole chat is also like super welcoming and really intelligent. So like anything you ask,
I follow that guy.
Yeah, it's great. Anything you ask, the chat will jump in or he'll answer for you. Everyone is super cool. You learn so much. And then what's cool about it too is Twitch VODs, like replays can go for like 36 hours. So he'll do the whole show and then set it on replay for the entire day and then go live again for the next one and then replay the entire day, go live again for the next one. So for 3-day stretches, you can literally go back 3 days and watch whatever matches you want, scrubbing through the VODs. And if you miss it at night, because for us, like it ends at like 2 o'clock in the morning. If you just want to watch it at 11 o'clock in the morning, you just pull up the video, scroll back and watch it at your leisure.
Really cool.
It's great. I love that guy's awesome. One of the few Twitch channels I actually subscribe to. Again, it's so much fun. It's really interesting to learn about. And on the commercials that 𝗬𝗲𝗂𝗶𝘳 runs, he runs his own commercials because he had people like put together like 90s Japan commercials so that when Twitch is running ads or 𝗬𝗲𝗂𝗶𝘳's running ads, he'll do like 90s weird Japan ads or stuff like that. Stuff like Tommy Lee Jones as an alien doing coffee commercials for Boss Coffee, Nice. Like really fun, cool stuff. So it's just like a fun, interesting, anyway. But that, once again, is sumo. We do have a sumo channel on our Discord. Click on any of our links to go down to Discord. You'll see me and 𝗏𝗏𝗧 talking about sumo all the time. And sumo works. It's 2 weeks. It starts on the second Sunday in Japan, so second Saturday in America every other month on the odd months. So January, March, May, July, September, November, 2 weeks of each. It's 6 tournaments throughout the year, all of equal importance, for 15 straight days every other month. It's just awesome. So now it's over and I get to be sad for 2 months and then we'll get the September basho. So
hell yeah.
I'll remind you in September. We'll get you to watch it. We can hop in early one morning because I've done some viewing stuff before where I'll bring up the replay just in like a Discord and just stream it and like talk and explain and hang out. Like Chris P. Wolf was in there before. Eric Hill hopped in and was listening to us like talk about sumo before watching a replay. So
nice.
It was neat.
So what game are we talking about?
Hey,
we
haven't tangented yet because before we started, Jarrett held up some dope looking books that I would like to ask about.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, so these are the 1980 published Weird Tales collection, edited by Lynn Carter. They got some pretty wicked covers on them too.
Nice, yeah.
So we're getting some glare from my window. But these are
classic.
These are collections of short stories from 1924 all the way. Is that when? Yeah, from all the way from like the 1920s, 1926. Here's a 𝗬𝗲𝗧 story, all the way up to like 1980s. And they were pulled from Weird Tales magazine, which for those not in the know, but Weird Tales was a magazine that published weird fiction, sword and sorcery. That's where like 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 and Robert Howard, the guy who created Conan, a lot of his stuff was published in there.
C.L. Moore, probably.
Who?
C.L. Moore, like Black God's Kiss and stuff.
Yep. I think there's actually a C.L. Moore story in this first volume, if I remember correctly.
Oh, super underrated. Black God's Kiss is so good.
You know, I read that and I kind of bounced off of it a little bit at the end.
Really?
So did I.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
Didn't I send you like a book of C.L. Moore's?
Yeah. Black God's Kiss.
Yeah, but it was others too, right? It was like the follow-ups and stuff.
I don't know if it was.
But anyway, these were brought to my attention because I was watching a documentary about Clark Ashton Smith, and when they do these documentaries on people, there's always a scholar or someone who's talking, and in the background on the shelf behind him, I saw these 4 spines, and it just says Weird Tales, and I could see that it was a 4-part series. So I looked it up and I found them. I eventually found them. I had to get them piecemeal, but I got them all from eBay or Abe's Books for well under what the normal eBay price is.
And so those spines look great too.
They're pretty sick. Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow, very cool.
Those are awesome. I'm a spine guy. I have a problem already, right? Like I have a problem with stuff. But I will literally buy a book twice just so I can not read one and keep it perfect. And then have like a reader copy. So I'll get like a cheapo beat up one to take with me to work and stuff. And then I'll keep a nice one on the shelf. But also I also have been getting a bunch of people into Warhammer, so it's been nice to be able to just like give someone like kind of the beat up copy and be like, hey, read it, and if I don't get it back, it's whatever. Because
yeah.
Now when you read paperbacks, do you break them in? Do you break the spines? What is your paperback reading process? Are you dog ear? Either of you?
I read pretty quickly, and I use bookmarks. I've got a titanium bookmark like that also doubles as a bottle opener and a flathead screwdriver.
Oh, cool.
It was I bought it years ago. It was handmade by what is his name? I can't remember. Planet Pocket Tool. Peter, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I really like that because it works as a letter opener too. Not that we get a whole lot of letters anymore, but still it's handy to have around. But I use that as a bookmark, or I'll use these long pieces of braided rope that Thrift made for me that I'll just use as a bookmark. My books tend to get messed up and bent and scrunched up and stuff like that because I sleep with them in bed next to me, and I'll roll over on them, and so the cover will get bent or whatever. So yeah.
Are you, Hunter?
Peter Atwood, by the way, is Peter Atwood is Planet Pocket Tool.
Peter Atwood, that's what it was. I can't remember his last name for some reason.
Now, Hunter, are you a dog eater? Are you a spine breaker? Are you a book breaker inner?
You're all people. When people break the spine of their book, I'm like, you're a fucking monster.
Yeah, it hurts me. It hurts me.
No, I put a bookmark in like a sane human being. I mean, I have definitely. I mean, I haven't dog-eared the page since I was like 12, I think.
A child,
yeah. I'm not creasing the pages of my book to remember where I'm at. I can put a piece of I'll put like an index card or like whatever, you know.
Yeah. So I have bookmarks and stuff. What's cool is a lot of TTRPG products have like you get bookmarks, or like the publishers, like if you order from various places, like you'll just get, Ratty and Tatty bookmark or like whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think I use Highland Paranormal Society bookmark for most things.
Yeah. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 and those guys, they put out like a whole stack of like bookmark games and stuff. So I literally have like a stack of them sitting around. But there is actually a way to break in paperback books that I do for all of mine as like a ritual almost to start big paperbacks. But like basically if you take a paperback, I mean, I'll do it with this hardback, but if you take a paperback and you push the spine flat against the table and then like one to 3 pages at a time, like push down one side and hold it down, and then push down the other side and hold it down while you keep the middle up like this, and then do that like over and over again through the entire book until you get to the middle, it kind of like loosens up all the glue along the bottom, and then you can literally like hold a book open like this as a paperback, but the spine stays like from like bending, which is what causes it to crack. So you can have it open as much as you want, and it preserves the spine and actually preserves the length of the book because it adds more flexibility to the glue, so it doesn't get like brittle. It's like shoes. If you wear shoes, the rubber will last forever, but if you stick them and don't ever like use the rubber, they'll break down. It's kind of like that. So it actually extends the life of your book and makes the spine look better.
Just like shoes.
Yeah. So, what game are we talking about today? What's going on with Space Penguin Inc.?
So what's going on with Space Penguin Inc.? We're getting ready to go to GenCon next week, which is exciting. Always a good time. Get to go and catch up with a bunch of people in the flesh, and we've got a couple of meetings. We've got a pitch meeting, going to the innings and stuff like that. So there's always fun stuff to be had. Yeah, I'm doing my usual pack Tuesday night for a trip Wednesday, whereas Debbie already has all of her stuff packed for the most part and is like ready to go.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna throw a load of clothes in the washer and probably my cat dad shirt, so you can see this in the flesh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm going to Gen Con.
Yes, exactly. First Gen Con for you.
It will be my first Gen Con, my second con ever, third con ever. Very excited for Gen Con. Very excited to know that people I know are going to be there, which is going to be fun. You know.
Yeah. I have some Gen Con pro tips, like if you want me to share them.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Check the forecast, and the forecast looks like it's going to be in the 80s and fairly sunny. So wherever you're staying, if you're within walking distance of the convention center, plan for that. There's a little bit of rain coming possibly on Thursday this year, so plan for that. What else? The food trucks are great places to eat. Last year they moved the food trucks to behind the convention center building in the big parking lot, which was really nice because everything is there all around. And there's multiple, so there'd be like multiple taco trucks and stuff like that, multiple burrito trucks, which is really nice. That way, if you're just like, I just want a burrito right now, you have your pick of a couple.
How are the vegan options?
As far as I know, pretty solid.
Nice.
I've had friends who are vegan who've gone before and been able to do that. So you just have to check out the taco trucks as you go. But I would expect in 2025 that there would be plenty of options for that. So I bet can you do falafel?
I mean, I guess it would depend, but I think most of the time.
Yeah, you should be able to do
pretty vegetarian or vegan.
It should always be vegetarian, actually.
If I remember correctly, there was a falafel truck last year or the year before that.
Falafel is Indian food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most Indian food is very vegan friendly. Just they do a lot of like creamy sauces, so I just avoid like.
You gotta avoid those, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, for the most part, like that's a really good option. So, but like you said, I mean, it's also going to be in the middle of a fucking city, so worst case scenario, I just go somewhere. But I can imagine it's probably pretty good.
Falafel's Egyptian, actually, so it's African.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We didn't even have to wait for social media to point out that we were incorrect. Hunter got this.
I knew it wasn't Middle Eastern. I was like, is it Mediterranean? I don't know if it's Mediterranean now, and I looked it up. So gotcha. I did watch a thing talking about it being Egyptian food, like yesterday, actually. So
no,
but I forgot.
Pre-study. What else about Gen Con?
Common street food in the Middle East, though. Oh, okay. All right.
Those, if you drink soda, those soda cups are worth buying the soda cup and carrying it around with you all weekend. But definitely stay hydrated because it will be kind of humid. But there's plenty of really great restaurants to eat that aren't the food trucks that are offsite. But just plan like 30 minutes if you're going with a group of people. Plan for like an hour wait and things like that. If you're all going together to do an event meal and things like that, because it's the one thing that's happening in town right now, and like the whole infrastructure is geared around there of Indianapolis downtown. That's geared cool for those events and stuff like that, but you got to factor in like when you can meet people and where you can meet people and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good time. It's it's like PAX is the other show you've been to, Ryan. Mm-hmm. And it's like that, but with a lot more. I will suggest one booth that you don't want to miss is the 𝗦𝗃𝗃 booth. They're a brick and mortar store, and they always come in with loads of collectible card games. If you have a CCG problem, or if you're like into historical CCGs and things like that.
For thank goodness, got over my CCG problem, because that definitely, I spent way too much money on MetaZoo, and I'm very glad they went under just so I could stop. So
right,
yeah,
but they have tons of like dead CCGs and stuff like that. Nice. Logan Dean and I end up there at least once or twice buying stuff that we don't need. It's always a good time.
Nice. Logan's going to GenCon too, isn't he?
Yep.
I'll have to grab him, because I've said a couple times on Blue Sky, like, hey, come on the show, and he's like, yes, and then that is as far as it's gotten, like 2 or 3 times. So I got to hit him up again on Discord or something to be like, come talk about your game.
Yeah, I see Psychers in the background there, actually.
Yeah, it's right behind Ryan.
Yeah. On the spinner rack I rotate it whenever I remember, so it's like new shit for the episode every time.
Nice.
But
what else? GenCon. Yeah, it's just to me, it's a really good time and a really good place to be able to catch up with a bunch of people who I don't get to see face to face, but like once or twice a year. So I'm definitely looking forward to going. And then what else has Space Penguin been doing? We have fulfilled Survivors of the Core Wars. We got those all out.
Cool.
And then we fulfilled Ghosts of 𝗲𝗏, and those are out. So those will actually be released. Those are actually part of our future monthly releases. So you don't have to get them, Ryan, unless you're already grabbing them, Ryan. Of course, he's grabbing them. And then we have our... Where'd he go?
I don't know. Somewhere. He can hear you, though.
My doom piles in the living room. But yes, I got 𝗲𝗏, and I did get Survivors of the Core Wars.
Cool. Very cool. And we'll talk more in depth about those in future months, because those are actually, like I said, they'll be part of our regular releases.
Nice.
And then what else? We've been doing some small fulfillments for some other folks. Get ready to do a bunch more of those as time comes up. And then, 𝗡𝗏𝗃, which is our new release for this month. It's
mine got lost in the mail, apparently. So
yes, dang you, USPS. It's being returned to me though, so we'll get it sent back out to you.
Thanks.
Some way, shape, or form, we'll get it to you. But it is calendar style, so it's meant to be flipped up, and you can track the pages as you go in a flip up style. It's by BoRyan Crum and Tyler Welch. Tyler has previously done Most Muscular Minis that we published, which was a third-party Forbidden Psalm, so a fourth-party Morkborg related-ish. Oh, there we go. Most Muscular Minis. Ooh, hell yeah!
Check this one out too that I got.
Oh, where'd you get that one from? Is that one like from one of his convention exclusives?
Yeah, I snagged some other stuff from him.
Nice.
And he just threw in one of these, and I was like, well, I have that already. And then I got it, and I was like, well, not that version of it.
I don't have that covered.
Yeah. But yeah, Most Muscular Minis. We got the other most muscular minis. We got, because if anyone's ever seen Tyler Welch, she's a buff dude. The Adventurer's Guide to Exercise. Iron Gods. So, but yeah.
So 𝗏𝗏𝗏 takes place aboard a ship. It's the tagline is like part of the ad copy that we use is imagine if it's Event Horizon but on a ship. So well, not a spaceship, but it's on a boat. And it's got all the things that happen. It's for Liminal Horror. It's the first official release second party because it won the second party jam.
Okay, cool.
And it's really, really pretty. It's the unique flip style. Like I said, I'm hoping people enjoy books that we do like this. Like one we did previously was Rimbound Transmission. It really, when BoRyan was working on the outputs for me, he was making sure that if you flip it over on the back, like the art actually makes sense. It doesn't rotate itself back around. So that's pretty neat. And I got to try out a new ordering platform. I mean, we used Mixam for it, but I got to try out the calendar function and to see how that works as far as page ordering, silly stuff that doesn't make any sense to anybody else. But I thought it was pretty intriguing for me.
I was like, why is the last page of the PDF upside down? And then I was like, because it is upside down. So Mixam, well, Mixam's doing some new stuff too because they do POD and stuff now too. But they have a calendar function for doing this kind of stuff.
Yes, they have a calendar for doing landscape format flip ups. I don't know what the actual term is. A calendar, I guess, is the easiest way to call it. But yeah, and so we use that one instead of just the regular booklet that we normally do. And I think it came out really nice. I'm super. It just went into distro, and distro bought a shit ton of them right off. So it's available worldwide very soon. And
very cool.
You can pick it up. You can pick it up at our store, of course, obviously. The thing I really like is for each of the deck, each deck of the ship, it's got the full map. So you can see the whole thing, which is really great for me as a person who enjoys drawing out like maps.
Yeah.
When I play, like I get like a blank dry erase board and just draw out the map. Just instead of having players do it, I do it just because I already can see the map. And there are 4 decks in this boat. Go check. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 5. So, and the way they've done it is they've actually highlighted that section, so you know that those are the sections that are on there, as opposed to if you flip back a page, you can see more of that ship section is just right there on that page. So in a game like Liminal Horror, where you're going to be running up and down the stairs, like especially on something like a ship, it helps you get orientated. The person running the game, the facilitator, it helps you get orientated correctly rather quickly in case of massive fleeing, which in a game like Liminal Horror, you're going to run into a lot of.
Happen. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's not only because it's not even just like the big picture. There's like a little boat too to give you like the area, not the top down from, but the side too, and that is really freaking neat.
Yeah.
It definitely kind of reminds me of a little bit of the Rot Black Sludge Merkborg, where they like highlight or show like individual room at a time on the page that it matters to. That's such a great thing to put into adventures. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking zine too. I think the sideways format, especially for this, because there's a lot of tables in it. it really lets the tables breathe a little bit and give you like each number kind of without like, you know, maybe this number has like 3 lines and this number has 1 and this number has 2. Like it really lets it breathe. And it looks really, really nice.
Yeah, it's a fun form factor, and I'm interested in doing more. And then just the cover itself is just killer. Like that. Oh, the boat. Yeah. The boat with the clouds in the sky, like as a person who lives in a land of boats down here, like it's just a killer cover.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Really enjoy it.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I would love to try to find the original one. But I'll have to reach out to Josh or Tyler, see if there's any floating around anywhere.
They did a small print run for the first run?
Think they did, or maybe I just need the original PDF, which I don't think would be hard, just so I could see the differences. But I feel like maybe they did, or maybe I'm just completely making that shit up. But if they did, you know,
telling lies.
Yeah, misinformation here on the show. That's our whole goal, right?
Right.
Now we're cat dads, so we got to get political, you know.
Right. Got to get political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's INFERIS, and I mean, and this is obviously Liminal Horror, and Liminal Horror Deluxe is still cooking.
Yes, those parts of that are starting to come through. The case files 01 zine has landed on my desk for me to look at. Goblin Archives this morning shared with me that he finished running 𝗦𝗽𝗂𝗂𝗧 which is it was a stretch goal added to I don't remember if we hit the stretch goal for physical 𝗦𝗃𝗂𝗧, but there will be physical 𝗦𝗃𝗂𝗧 available like to add on as an add-on.
That's such a great way to do the things that like don't quite get to the stretch goal, like being able to still do it by just like having you pay for it later when you could have just got it if you backed more earlier. But like it's great that it's still options. So
so those two are coming along, and then the main book itself, we've got samples, which I no longer have the samples. Did I show them off last month's episode?
I don't know if we did.
I'm not sure.
So I ordered hardcover samples and samples of the zines, because we're of course reprinting the zines to go along with, because those were available in the different packs as pledge tiers. But I've already sent those on to Zach and Josh, because they're working on the interiors and the cover respectively. So unfortunately, no fancy version of Liminal Horror. I might get a sample of the cloth bound foil one, if that's possible to do for my printer to do in time. It should be. We'll get that closer to time when we go to print, just so we can make sure that all the trapping's good on the cover.
But for you, as a publisher of cool shit, when you look at a book, let me just grab a random book. I'll do this backwards, right? When you center on the book, say you have like a box in the middle of the book, do you center from the edge, or do you center from the edge of like where the binding stops and then goes forward?
I've seen it done both ways. I'm seeing that's 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, right?
Yeah. So it's got like a fake thing. I'm trying to find one that's just like a plain book that I can just show from the back, just to get your thoughts on it. But what's your preference when you're making a book?
Well, 𝗍𝗲𝗃 has that setup where it's got that, I don't know what it's called technically in the world of bookbinding, but it's meant to look like an old textbook, right?
Yeah.
And so then they have that panel on the back where you put your marketing copy and things like that, and your barcodes and stuff like that. So that makes sense for that one, since it's centered over, to go ahead and be centered over. But usually I personally, I like it to be centered for the whole cover, and and not have the spine ridge be offset, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It really just depends on the product, though.
Yeah.
I've seen it done both ways, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Like, I don't want to grab one and be like, see, I don't like this, and like hold up a book. I feel like that's being mean. But like, I completely agree with you. I think if, so this is like a fake part, but I think if like this gets colored completely, so this is one color, like it's kind of better if it centers, but I do like it when it's completely centered in the middle of the entire book instead of just on like the front part. So I'm curious. Well, I guess the question is like, you have that dope like part of the cloth cover. Is that going to be center? Or is it going to be centered off from the edge?
It remains to be seen what Zach does with it. So we'll probably send it in however he does it first glance, and then get the proof copy of it, and then decide based on that whether he wants to tweak it over. I know he's worked on tweaking over some of the regular cover for LHDE, and he's changing that up just a little bit to make it look a little bit more set.
Gotcha.
So, but that thing's going to be a big, heavy boy. It's going to be like 400 and something pages at a 6x9 size. So it's going to weigh, like, we're getting ready to launch our pledge manager for that the week after I get back from GenCon. And it's going to be so heavy that it's going to kick it up to some shipping levels. So I really hate that, but it is what it is. So shipping prices have gone through the roof from a publisher side, for a retail side. I know for us to ship books overseas right now to the UK, prices are crazy high. So, and we can't do anything about it. Like, that's just the prices of what it costs to ship. So
yeah, it's just getting harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
I mean, people are eventually just gonna, like, sustainability wise, have to have like presses on each freaking continent just so they're not having to ship it across the ocean, which is crazy. When are we getting a Space Penguin Ink Europe office?
When you clone me and move me to Europe.
We'll just have Will start a whole Space Penguin Ink startup over there, and
Will has the Forbidden Psalm store where you can get all the Forbidden Psalm stuff, and you can get a bunch of stuff that you can't get from us, that are like different covers and things like that he's done for different conventions and some other zines and stuff like that. So
I grabbed the Will version fucked up edition that he just fucked up like crazy, and like wrote in and did a whole bunch of like crazy. Oh, I flipped right to the page. I wanted to put poo in the book and use like puffy paint, so it actually feels, I mean, as someone who's dealt with more poo than the average person, it's pooey. But yeah, I had to pay that UK shipping and get like a fucked up version of Forbidden Psalms, and that's a beefier boy over there. So
yeah,
had to add that in. Going to Gen Con, we got all this stuff coming. Anything else currently brewing before we wrap for the month?
Nothing really that I can talk about just yet. Cool. We're getting into some meetings with some folks for some different books and stuff like that. There's going to be some meetings at Gen Con and some other things like that. And so right now we're focusing on keeping our monthly release schedule, which we skipped August for the first time in 2.5 or pretty much 3 years that we've been working with ACD, and it's nice to not be on a deadline for 1 month after X amount of time, but I do kind of miss not having it. So we'll be able to skip August if you guys want to.
I was just gonna say, do you? I mean, of course I don't. Like, we'd love to have you on. Maybe what if we did something different on a Jarrett episode, and we like ran a game or like played something else, or like did a kind of alternate, not Cat Chats episode? What do we want to talk about that and maybe figure something out?
Yeah, we'd talk behind the scenes about that and figure that out.
Cool, yeah.
That would be pretty fun.
That'd be sick, yeah, because we don't need to worry about, we'll figure something out. Like I said, we'll run a game, or we'll play something, or we'll get together and do some tabletop something or something.
Cool.
But yeah. Well, then that because Hunter does have to scoot out for work. That's why he's scarfing down food.
That's why I'm scarfing down food.
Lone Archivist in the chat, by the way, says a Sumo one-shot. I'm working on something. Maybe someone will see it one day. But that's gonna be us for the month. Next time I see you, Jert, will be what? Maybe Thursday, Wednesday,
yeah,
Wednesday, Thursday,
Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We're getting in afternoon time Wednesday and gonna see and just play it by ear and see how it goes.
Cool.
Got to meet up with the Hobonomicon gang at some point and all the usual droogies and stuff like that.
Sick. I'm debating if I want to take a couple of books to try to get some people to sign just because I'm a freak like that, but we'll see. But my brain had something to say and then totally blanked on it, so it's just gonna die in the ether. We will see all of you next time. Oh, I was thinking about maybe chatting with some people a little bit during Gen Con and trying to stuff together maybe a short episode of talking to some people, including Jert. So maybe you guys will hear / see some random stuff. I doubt it, but one can hope and dream, right? But Jert, I will see you sooner than I'll ever see Hunter. Cool. And you catch us all next month for something that is not Cat Chats, but not Cat Chats. And we'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for having me.